Good day, Lords and Ladies, and welcome back to Scarlet Hollow. There has been an update. Some of the character art has facial animations or facial drawings have been updated. It's basically this character here. I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now. But yes, there was an update. Her animation, her facial drawings have been updated. You can see more about it on Steam, on the Steam news page. I don't want to waste too much time, so we'll dive right in. In the last episode, we followed the daughter of the town's librarian into this mine after alerting our cousin that probably there's a bunch of teenagers hiding in this mine. It is pretty bad. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over the centuries. Kanika, Jesus, it's cramped down here. Does anyone else chest feel tight? Oh, it's Stella, yeah. Stella's the one that's had her artwork basically updated. Yeah, abandoned mines are always more claustrophobic than people expect them to be. And this one's real bad, because of all the child miners, or so they say, the minor miners. Really bad pun. Kanika visibly shudders. I mean, to be honest, if you think these mines are bad, you should look up Stone Age flint mines. I think there's some really good examples in the east of Britain, but there's Stone Age flint mines are absolutely terrifying. I've been down some of them because some of them are open to the public, and there's literally just a central shaft that goes down into the ground, and then they branch out when they find a seam of flint, and they are really narrow and really claustrophobic. They make these mines look gigantic. Okay, I'm not superstitious as Kanika, but if there's one way to make sure you get haunted, it's cracking jokes about dead child labourers while walking on their graves. Stella just chuckles. What can I say? I do my best to tempt the spirits wherever I go. I actually snuck down here a few times to try and get some good footage, but part of my ghost hunting phase. Jesus, Stella, says Kanika. For things you do for your viewers, did you find anything? I wish, says Stella. If any place in Scarlet Hollow is actually haunted, it'll be this mine. Heads down, hands down. But all I got was dust in my lungs and a couple of false alarms. Stella pauses as sounds rush overhead. Kanika, oh my god, what was that? The mine's going to collapse, and we're all going to die here, aren't we? Stella sighs longingly. That's just how wind sounds down here, she says. Kanika looks at her. You sound so disappointed. It just brings back memories of my last foray into these depths. Every time I thought I'd finally found a spooky ghost, there wound up being a very unghostly explanation, like local wildlife, for instance. Stella turns her flashlight up towards the ceiling, towards an alcove overhead. Those guys got me really good last time. I was here alone. Oh my god, there's bats down here, says Kanika. I'm going to get rabies, aren't I? I'm going to get rabies and die in a mine collapse. You mean you holding up okay, Neeks? Inquires Stella as he looks worriedly at her friend. Yeah, sorry, just a little on edge. Kanika is stopped mid-sentence by a thunderous knock echoing deeper in the mine. Okay, what was that? Says Kanika. We should also remember, folks, that we saw a ditchling outside of here when we were entering. We saw a ditchling up in a tree, so this isn't a good sign. That was... I have no idea what that was. Did it sound like a knocking to you guys? Says Stella. That's got to be a Tommyknocker, right? The mine's collapsing, isn't it? We should hurry and find Rosalina. Yeah, we should hurry and find Rosalina, says Jason. Yeah, agreed. The sooner we get out of this death trap, the better. Goss, I wonder if those sounds are Tommyknockers, says Stella. Okay, no, Tommyknockers are not real. They're not allowed to be real. Are you trying to give me a panic attack? I'd love to spend some extra time poking around down here. Maybe it's got something to do with the mystery, says Stella. The three of you are interrupted by a sound much less distant. The three of you are interrupted by a much less distant sound of a can being popped open. Oh, now that wasn't Tommyknockers, snaps Kanika. It came from this way. Follow me, says Stella. Follow Stella. You and Kanika follow Stella further into the mine. You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageways give way to a small cavern. A group of teens turns and stares at you with annoyance. Kanika, what the hell are you all doing in here? She snaps. A hoodie girl, the one up on the rock. What the hell are you doing in here, you creeps? Are you stalking us? Plaid girl, yeah, creeps. Hoodie girl, I just said that, Alexis, if I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. Let's see, powerful build, do you want me to physically drag each and every one of you out of here? Because I will. If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. What, are you 5? No, let's just, this is Jason. He's blunt and to the point and honest, and this place is dangerous. Do you want me to physically drag each and every one of you out of here? Because I will. Do you want me to physically drag each and every one out of here? Because I will, you say. Hoodie girl, tell Muscles over there to leave us alone, general store lady. Kanika, Rosalina, your dad is worried sick about you. And if you ask me, he was right to be worried, she adds. Why the hell would you think hanging out in an old mine would be a good idea? Is the Maxwell place not dangerous enough? Becca, because so it's her, that's her name, Becca. Because no one usually comes in here. Duh. Everyone knows we hang out at the Maxwell place now, so we had to find a new hideout. Which you instantly found, so I guess we have to find an even more secluded place where we can just be ourselves. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you, Rosalina. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as a harassment. Rosalina, yeah, right. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. Kanika, you could at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's really not asking for much. Stella, don't you kids have school tomorrow anyways? It's fall break, everyone replies. And we're not kids, adds Becca. Yeah, we're teens, says the boy in the beanie. Well, you still look like a bunch of kids to me, says Kanika. She stops. Did you guys seriously sneak into an abandoned coal mine to drink canned margaritas? We're barely drinking. It's not a big deal, says Becca. Kanika, Rosalina, you're 15, and I know the rest of you aren't much older. Stella, whoa. Well, you're all way rowdier than I was when I was at your age. How did you even get hold of that much booze? The teens avoid eye contact. Miles tries to meld into the cavern wall. Yep, we all know who this gentleman is in the back. Oh no, I know that isn't you, Miles. It better not be you, snarls Kanika. Yeah, whatever, it's me, says Miles. What are you even doing here? Beck's right. Sounds to me like you're stalking and harassing and all that. Kanika, you're supposed to be minding the store, she replies. It's not like anyone even comes in on a Tuesday. And Mum's there, so it's fine, her brother replies. I start uncomfortably around the cavern as Kanika tears into her brother. It's not fine. It's extremely not fine. It is in fact incredibly irresponsible, she roars. Why do I always have to be the responsible one? Do you know what I would have given to be as carefree as you? I left school so you would have a chance to live your life, and this is what you're doing with it? What would Dad think if he could see this? stealing booze from the family store to dick around in an abandoned mine. Dad's dead, Kanika, says Miles. But if he was here, he'd be disappointed you wound up being such a bossy jerk. Nothing ever happens in this town. Who cares if we have canned margaritas somewhere nobody's supposed to bother us? Right, Miles, don't try and twist us around your sister. I'd love to help you all sort this out, but can we maybe do this not in an abandoned coal mine? Can you at least do your underage drinking somewhere a little safer? We should just let the kids have fun. If these kids want to make bad decisions, that's on them. If this is what you'll all do for fun around here, maybe legit things are kind of inevitable. No, let's go with, I'd love to help you all sort this out, but can we maybe do this not in an abandoned coal mine? Yeah, that's probably something Jason would say. I'd love to help you all out to sort this out, but can we maybe do this not in an abandoned coal mine? Becca, oh, and what are you, an expert on mine safety? They only abandoned this place because there wasn't enough coal left to bother digging anymore. My dad told me, and he's an actual foreman at the continuous mining facility, so he knows what he's talking about. Wait, I thought your dad was a charge hand. No, Alexis. He got promoted last month, and he says this place is totally safe, and we can hang out here whenever we want. Tabitha emerges from the darkness. Correction, your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning, as all the teens freeze at the sight of her. Becca, what? Beanie Boy, oh shit. Stella, oh hey Tabby. Kanika sighs. It's probably for the best that she's here, she adds. Do none of you understand what a boarded up mining entrance is supposed to mean? It means it's closed, condemned, not fit for human use, says Tabitha. Oh, come on, says the Beanie Boy. This place is very sturdy, check it out. He jumps and slams the support beam. Really bad thing to do. The teen with the beanie jumps and slaps the strut on the ceiling. Was that the knocking we were hearing earlier, says Stella. Becca, oh geez, Zan. Cut it out, you're embarrassing us. I'm sorry about Zan's behaviour. I don't think he realises how extremely 8th grade it is to jump up and hit things. No offence, Rosalina. None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill, and smart too, says Alexis. Enough, growled Tabitha. The damage is already done, now leave. I'm tired of people in this town dragging my cousin headlong into danger. I can't believe I actually agree with Tabitha about anything, but this is the worst place I've ever been in my entire life, and I would like to see the sun again before I die, adds Kanika. Oh come on guys, maybe it's not a big deal. We used to do dangerous stuff all the time, and I still do dangerous stuff now, says Stella. I mean, I don't like this particular situation, what with the whole ditchling thing, but outside of that, who are we to tell them where they can hang out? Tabitha, I don't know who you think you are in this situation, Stella, but I own this mine. It is entirely within my rights to tell them to leave, much like it's entirely within my rights to tell you to leave. Was your lifetime ban from my mind not a clear enough message for you? Hell yeah, Tabitha, tear the sad 20-something to shreds, says Becca. Hey, I'm defending you, says Stella, and I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? Running a clickbait YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad, replies the teenager. Tabitha, so she's sad, so what? Give it a few years and you'll be sad too. The passage of time is inescapable, replies Tabitha. Look, we just want to give Rosalina a good time. Her home life sucks right now, says the teenager. Alexis, yeah, tell him about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. We've been living in the library for the past couple of weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house. Zane. They've got a hot plate and a couple of cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup. Becca, no, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. I don't care about your home life, says Tabitha. If you're going to do your underage drinking, go do it in the woods. Just get off my property. Tabitha, says Kanika. Look, Rosalina, I'm sure Oscar has some good reason for all that. He's a good guy and he cares about you. He thinks our house is haunted, replies the girl. Oh. Kanika goes quiet. Wait, what? Says Stella. And I should care because... adds Tabitha. Because it's such a bullshit excuse, says the teen. Says Becca. I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and is lying to save face. What a coward. Zane, Becca. I don't think you can say that about other people's families. Isn't that like bullying or something? Shut up, Zane. Stella, back up. He says it's haunted. I can't believe he didn't mention it to me. I could have investigated. There's no ghost, says Rosalina. There's no ghost, Stella, says Rosalina. It would be cool if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish he would be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I could handle it, like I'm still a little kid. There's nothing wrong with being a kid, says Stella. Tabitha just groans. You're all children, none of you realise how good you have it. Back in the day, each and every one of you would have been pulling 20-hour shifts in this exact mine. If it wasn't for child labour laws, the 5 of you might have actually had some character. Exactly, Rosalina's not mature. She still sleeps with stuffed animals, says Becca. Doesn't mean she's not mature, counters Alexis. I still have pork chop, you know. Rest my case. Zane, wait. What did you say about child labour? I'm so Oscar's doing this to protect you. You're right, Oscar should treat you more like an adult. How do you know there isn't a ghost? At this rate, I'll be surprised if your house wasn't haunted. Yeah, that's very true. At this rate, I'd be surprised your house wasn't haunted. I've seen some real bad things in this town. Even if it isn't a ghost, it doesn't mean Oscar is lying to you. Yeah, we've seen some really weird stuff going down recently. Ugh, says Becca. Why are all the adults in this town such weirdos? There's no ghosts. There's no such thing as ghosts. Oscar is just lying. Rosalina, I never saw any ghosts, and I was there way more than he was. Zane, yo, what if we break in and ghost bust the place anyways, just to be sure? Oh my god, Zane, sighs Becca. You can't ghost bust if there is no ghost. Also, says Miles, Rosalina lives there. She can't break into her own house. Stella, there's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure it out. We could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real. And if it isn't real, well, problem solved. Alexis, you know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house until Stella ghost busts your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There is no ghost, says Becca. Tabitha, I don't care, she declares, and I can't believe I'm wasting this much time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. Kanika, you hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung, or gets crushed by rocks, or meets any of the many other terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines. And it goes dark. Kanika is interrupted by a sound of thunderous knocks. But it wasn't me, suddenly says Zane. I swear. Kanika, then what was it? Come on, Stella. Don't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mine noises? Stella, it's Tom Knockers. I'm sure of it. I know this isn't why we came down here, but but we've got to check it out. Tabitha and Stella both say at the same time. Sorry, Tabitha and Kanika at the same time both say, Stella. I know, she says, I know, but weird stuff has been happening around here the past few days. What if this is our chance to get an actual solid lead? The stakes couldn't be higher. Kanika, do you not have a sense of self-preservation? Tabitha, I want you out of here, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby, says Stella. You can come along too. Zane, if you guys are going after something spooky, count me in. Are you kidding me? Interrupts Becca. I'm tagging along with some oldies to get jump scared by shadows and freak each other out. No thanks. Tabitha. No need to opt out of something that isn't happening. Nobody is going deeper into the mine. Nobody is staying in the mine. You're all leaving, she declares. Another sound of the drums in the deep. Oh my god, the teens are right. I did get jump scared. Please listen to Tabitha before my heart gives out. It'll be fine, says Stella. Kinika just does not look impressed. It will not. Kenai, you hear something over the sound of Stella's pleading with Kinika and Tabitha. Something like the shuffling of feet on stone and the whispering of mischievous teens. You turn to see Becca and Alexis gone, and Rosalina anxiously hovering in front of a small tunnel in the cavern wall. She freezes as you notice her. Stop arguing, you knuckleheads. The teens are slipping away. Do not go in that hole. Yeah, let's stop arguing, knuckleheads. The teens are slipping away. Rosalina, what are you doing? Don't go in that hole. Let's go with that. You declare. Okay, sorry guys, I'm gonna hang back, stutters Rosalina, having been caught. I knew you weren't cool enough to hang out with us, Rosalina. Come on, Alexis. We'll have more fun without her. Alright, says the other girl. Are you kidding me, says Kinika. Rosalina, what were you thinking? What were they thinking? I don't know. I'm so sorry, the girl stammers. Tabitha, unbelievable. Whoa, Kinika mutters Miles. Maybe if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneaking off. I noticed them sneaking off, and I'm like being zoomed out this whole time we've been here. Sighs Tabitha. They must have squeezed through the child-sized tunnel. Yes, admits Rosalina. Dang, I've always wondered where those go. I've never been able to get these hips through there. Tabitha, Stella, stop sneaking into my minds. Please, I'm literally begging you, she adds. If only all the tunnels down there were wide enough for adults, we could have already been done with this little mess. But no, they just have to be remnants from a bygone era. Zane, didn't you just talk about how child labour was the good old days a minute ago? I was trying to get you to leave my mind, replies your cousin. Beck shouts back out from the end of the tunnel. We're not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been in here millions of times. Alexis. Yeah, if Becca says we're safe, and we're totally safe. Stop treating us like kids. Also, sorry, Rosalina. I'll see you tomorrow. Whatever. Come on, Alexis. I know a cool spot this way. Okay. I think I know where that tunnel rejoins the rest of the mine, says Tabitha. I'll go look for them, and I want each and every one of you to take note of the fact that I'm doing that. If those idiots get themselves lost and die, I am not letting their families sue me into the ground. Kinika, are those really your priorities right now? Well, to give our cousin her due, this is actually like a really serious thing because she is the owner of a business, like an industrial business, and if something happens to kids, if something happens to people on your property, and you're the owner, and you didn't try, and you knew about it and didn't try and stop it in some way to safeguard them, then yeah, you're in a whole host of trouble, really bad trouble, manslaughter charges. Because if they sort of die on your watch, it's manslaughter. Because you didn't mean for them to get killed, but you didn't prevent them from getting hurt either. Tabitha, yeah. Do you have a problem with that? I want the rest of you out of my mine, she emphasises. Except for you, Jason. I'm not letting you out of my sight. Zane, yeah, sure. I could never fit in that tunnel anyways. They have crossed a barrier that I cannot, so my time here is up. But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. Whatever. says Miles. I still have to do my dailies anyways, and the service down here sucks. Tabitha, what about you, girl? She adds. So quiet. Are you sure you don't want me to come along? Maybe I could help you get Becca and Alexis to leave. Don't make me ask you twice, your cousin replies. We'll be fine, Rosalina. I think your dad would kill me if we let you stay down here any longer, adds Kinika. Okay, can I at least wait outside? Yeah, we can wait outside together. Stella goes quiet. As he sort of gives pleading eyes to Tabitha. No, you're not about to weasel your way into this, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby. I've been down here a ton. I can totally help out. Your cousin sighs. There's no getting rid of you, is there? Fine, I won't waste my time arguing. What's the point of going after them? They don't want to listen to us. We could just leave. Do I have to come with Tabitha? Do I have to come with you? Stella, don't push Tabitha's boundaries like that. Tabitha, don't push Stella away like that. You haven't done anything to deserve it. I'm not getting into the middle of this. Alright, let's do this. Yeah. Well, the thing with this is, what's the point of going after them? They don't want us to listen to us. The thing is, we can just drag them out. So that's not an issue. Plus, they sort of have to leave this mine because it's something bad's going on. There's like ditchlings crawling all over it. We could just leave, or just all leave. Nope. Jason's not going to leave his cousin and Stella alone in the mine. That's not really his place to basically say that. I'm not getting into the middle of this. Alright, let's do this, yeah. Let's do this. Let's Leroy Jenkins our way to victory. Alright, let's do this. Sure, says Tabitha. Let's not linger any longer than we have to, shall we? Want me to take Gretchen with me? I don't know if it will be easy to cover the more ground without her. Stella, yeah, probably for the best. I don't want the repeat of last night, and who knows if we'll have to do any clambering. So, the Chinese pug. I'll see you on the other side, hopefully soon, says Kinika. For sure, we won't be long. Cool, can't wait to bust some ghosts tomorrow, says Zane. Rosalina, tell Alexis I'm sorry. Kinika, Miles, Zane and Rosalina head towards the entrance of the mines, leaving you, Tabitha and Stella, to find the remaining teens. Alright, no dawdling. We should be able to catch up to them if we go this way. You and Stella exchange glances as Tabitha ventures deeper into the mines. As the three of you move deeper into the mines, you hear the echoes of conversations bouncing across the walls. Becca, says Alexis, why are we doing this again? I thought you thought Tabitha was really cool. Why are we trying to get her all mad? We're doing this because Tabitha is really cool, says Becca. She doesn't let anyone boss her around, so we can't just let her boss us around. Oh, did you hear that, Tabby? Says Stella. Someone thinks you're cool. Becca, I can't believe she used to hang out with that nobody like Stella. Tabitha goes quiet. Hey, says Stella. Alexis, I don't know. I think Stella's kinda cool. I like that River Runner video. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? Stella, I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice. I make plenty from ads and donations. Yeah, how does it feel to have a teen girl talk about you? Teen girl think you're cool, Tabitha. Tabitha goes quiet. I feel nothing about it. The opinions of children don't interest me. Stella chuckles. I don't know. You kind of hesitated there. You're reading into things that aren't there, Stella. Just because your livelihood revolves around what people think of you doesn't mean that I care what people think of me. There's a long silence. Congratulations on the sponsor, though. Dang, Stella. Meat Rice? That's a big deal. They're like on every big board podcast. Thank you. It feels like a really big step for the channel. I just wish Becca hadn't said all those other things she said tonight. She's just mean. It had nothing to do with you. Yeah, I don't like her. For a public figure, I'm surprised you don't have thicker skin. Yeah, so she's just mean. It had nothing to do with you. So she's just mean. It has nothing to do with you. You've seen how she's treating everyone tonight except Tabitha. Yeah, I guess you're right. Tabitha shrugs. I'm surprised you don't have thicker skin about this, Stella. I can't even count the number of times you've rolled over my protestations in the past 2 days. Tabitha as well. I know you don't mean it. Agreed to disagree, says Tabitha. Oh man, I wish they would gossip about me, and it's glad they're not gossiping about me. Press on. You quietly press on. 1 second, folks. Right here. You quietly press on. Another knock closer interrupts your thoughts, followed by another. Stella freezes. Is it just me, or these knockings coming from the same direction as those kids? It's not just you, mutters your cousin. Alexis. I really don't like that knocking. Calm down, Alexis. It's just some minor sounds. Alexis suddenly freezes. Did you see that? No, it's just shadows. There's no reason to get freaked out. Alexis. Becca, I swear, I saw something. Shut up. There's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me, says the other girl. Are we sure the tunnel that went through is going to meet back up with us? You inquire of your cousin. Yes, I'm familiar with all the old maps of this place. There should be a central chamber not too far from here, where everything joins back up. What did they see? Tommy knockers, says Stella. It's not Tommy knockers, replies Tabitha. It's probably just jumping at their own shadows. You said it yourself, Stella. As soon as they get deeper into the mines, their bravado in the face of authority would vanish into a puff of smoke. It's probably just rocks falling deeper in the mine, which is also bad for obvious reasons. Those poor kids, I knew coming down here was a bad idea. I can't believe they're making us do this. They better get grounded when this is all said and done. Yeah, let's do that. Can't believe they're making us do this. They better get grounded when this is all said and done, you mutter. As much as I appreciate the sentiment, I hope you're wrong. If they get grounded, it means people found out about this. I hate dealing with parents. Stella chuckles. Look at the bright side, Jason. If they didn't come down here, we'd have missed out on a golden opportunity to get spooked. Tabitha just glares at Stella. We're getting closer. Let's keep moving, you mutter. Let's keep moving. As you progress deeper into the mines, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. In the darkness beyond, you can still hear the youths. Their panicked arguing echoes down the pitch black corridors. Alexis. Bex, we need to leave. This isn't fun anymore, she says. Becca. This is plenty fun. I bet you're only saying that because you want to hang out with that dorky cross of yours. She's just an 8th grader. Alexis. Becca, this isn't about Rosalina. I know you can hear the knocking. And here we are. The tunnel they crawled through passes through the chamber below, and it sounds like they're still down there. I've never been this far in, says Stella. Tabitha, congratulations. You've got what you wanted. The two descend the 100-year-old ladder. Tabitha walks down the ladder and disappears over the edge. Alright, let's do this. And you follow. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins to clamber. Follow them down into the pit. I do love the artwork in this game. Hey kids, says Stella. Oh great, the adults are here, thanks Alex, real nice. Oh great, the adults are here, thanks. Becca is needing to feel like you're better than ever. People so important to you that it's worth being buried alive over. Do you have an active death wish? Because I have seen this place starting to collapse. Let's go with Kenai. Do you actually have a death wish? Because I've seen this place start to collapse. Let's go with Kenai. Yeah, let's just straight up terrify them. Do you actually have a death wish? Because I've actually seen this place starting to collapse. You snarl at them. Becca stutters. Jason, do you? Do you want to die? Because we can take Alexis with us and just leave you here. Just fine by me, you snarl. Holy shit, Jason. Tabitha, leave now. Yeah, sometimes like hard medicine, it has to be hard. Like, because she's like Becca is the one that's causing all the issues. So just to break her resolve is just the straight up thing we have to do. Whatever, if this isn't fun anymore, fine, we'll leave. Thanks, Jason, says Alexis. The thing is, like, I'm not going to allow the other kid to get killed just because this person here wants to be a rebel. As Becca and Alex move towards the ladder, the black chamber before you draws your focus. The voices around you, those teens and your companions, sound odd, distant. There's something in the darkness before you. There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest like the deep growl of a predator. You find yourself stepping towards the black chamber before you, compelled by some unnatural force. Stella, are you alright, Jason? Tabitha, what do you think you're doing? Get away from there. Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Images flash through your mind. The disaster from 1916, burying all those alive. Hey Jason, are you alright? We see things floating before us that disappear. Oh, thank God. You're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something, and then you and Tabby just conked out. I am fine, says your cousin. You can barely open your eyes. You're not fine. Neither of you move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourselves while you're still recovering from whatever that was. I'm getting the kids out of here, and then I'm going to get you both some help. I'll be back soon, I promise. Don't die on me, alright? You can see tears in her eyes. You fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the visions. Your surroundings come back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. Keen eye, you can't help but notice the timber struts around you trembling, as if they're being struck by invisible blows with each knock. They're all that stand between you and the many tons of rock overhead, and they suddenly seem terribly fragile. God, that knocking is not helping my headaches. What the hell just happened? Am I the only one that saw ghosts just now? I mean, maybe they were ghosts. I had some sort of vision. Did you see it too? Had some sort of vision. Did you see it too? There's got to be fumes or something down here, and it's an old mine. These places are death traps. We're probably just hallucinating. Are you literally gaslighting me? Says Jason. I said I saw it too. Stop being weird. We're leaving. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rockfall. I don't know what the hell is up with this knocking, but that is the sound of a mine collapse. Quick, up the ladder. Clamber like hell. This way, come on, shouts your cousin. Your cousin moves with the kind of swiftness you expect from someone who spent their entire working life in and around coal mines. You follow her. You push your body to move as quickly as you can, though you're slowed down by the cramped corridors and winding passageways of the mine. Then comes the sound of splintering wood. You pick up the pace. The entrance is so close. Push through it. And there it is. Freedom. You and Tabitha manages to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Holy shit, says Stella. You're okay, thank God. And everyone accounted for, says Kanika. That was a surprisingly close call. The ditchling is nowhere in sight, I see. Becca, we could have all died there. What did you weirdos do? Everything was fine until you adults showed up. Alexis steps in. Becca, shut up. What did you just say to me? I said you should shut up. I'm sick of your two-faced bullshit. They didn't almost get us killed down there. You did, says the other girl. And now you're trying to pass it off And now you're trying to pass it off on whoever else you can. It's just a cherry on top of this whole shit show of a friendship. I'm really not in a good headspace for this conversation. I could have died in there. Why are you doing this to me? Says Becca. No, enough. I'm no playing the victim this time. Being friends with Rosalina has made me realise how horrible you are to me. Friends aren't supposed to be mean to each other. Friends shouldn't be scared of each other. I had never wanted to go into that stupid mine. It is your idea, and we could have died. If those grown-ups hadn't showed up, we could have been buried alive in that stupid little tunnel drinking stupid strawberry margaritas in a can. Becca screams at them, Screw you all. Screw all of you. And runs off. Rosalina, should we go after her? No, let her have her little tantrum, says Kanika. Did that feel good, Alexis? Finally telling her off? Yeah, I guess. She's going to be mad at me. She probably won't talk to me for a week or maybe a month. Maybe the rest of my life. It's okay, Alexis. We don't need her. What do we do now? Says Rosalina. Now I drive you two home. I've already texted your parents, and I'm sure they're worried sick about you. Rosalina and Alexis duck off to the side as the exhausted Tabitha approaches your group. I'm going to get my car and then we're going home. Tabby, says Stella. Tabitha leads towards the active mine without another word, and you're offered a quiet moment to catch up with Stella and Kanika. We dodged the bullet tonight, didn't we? Yeah, I say we dodged the bullet tonight, didn't we? Yeah, thank God you noticed them sneaking off. You were incredible down in those pits too. Your vision, entering the mines, ditchling. I can't believe you left me down there. I mean, in her defence, what could she do? She had to go and get help. Two people that literally just had seizures. And my character's supposed to be like this athletic bloke, which means that she's probably not going to be able to carry me up the ladder. So yeah, she had to go off to get help. So that one's like completely out. Let's go with your vision. There was some stone carving on the wall of the pit. It gave me some sort of vision. I saw what happened in this place. Oh, you saw it wasn't just this auto-suggestion? We talked about the mine a lot today. I don't know, Neeks. You went down, but Jason and Tabby had like simultaneous seizures next to this creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. Just because they passed out or had seizures doesn't mean it wasn't auto-suggestion. Entities in the mines. Everything that happened down there centered around that main chamber where I saw the carving. Yep. Stella showed me a photo. Weird stuff. Maybe you weren't entirely off base about the cult stuff you mentioned earlier today, but this thing felt old, says Stella. I saw something down there like the shadows of dead miners. I'm pretty sure Tabitha and I saw some ghosts down there. Did you not see them? Yeah, I saw something down there, the shadows of dead miners. They were right behind Stella just before you left. Did you not see them? Whoa, I didn't see anything other than you and that carving. That's super weird. I don't want to doubt what you experienced, but you were deep in a dark abandoned coal mine. You might just have been primed to see things. You know, now that I think about it, it totally fits the profiles of some of those Tommyknocker stories. What if they were actual bona fide ghosts? Says Stella. Kanika chides her. Are you sure those were Tommyknockers? Depends what you mean by sure. If anyone really saw of anything, it fits the description pretty well. I don't know what else they'd be. Kanika goes quiet. I have no idea what happened in there. I need to do some reading on mine collapses, I guess. Return. Ditchlings. Not to be flippant, but that wasn't the end of our ditchling problem, right? Because they only turn up. There was only like a single one here for this kind of event, so and we were told that a lot of them are gathered, so something massive must be happening. Not to be flippant, but that wasn't the end of our ditchling problem, right? I think you're right, we still got a lot of unanswered questions too, even more than we had this morning, and we had a lot of questions this morning, says Stella. This is still a little too magic for me. Just because two bad things have happened doesn't mean there's a pattern. Right, says Kanika. What happens now, you say? It looks like Tabitha's back. I'll better drive the kids home. Come on, let's get back to the estate. It's been a long day and I need it to be over. I'll see you tomorrow, okay, Jason? Excuse me, Just stop trying to get my cousin killed, Stella, says your cousin, says Tabitha. Come on, let's go. Tabitha starts walking to a car, pulling you by your arm. See you tomorrow, guys. I'll text you when I get back. You say. I'll text you when we get back. Makes well. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as he drives, wary of what might be lurking the tree line. Sorry about today, you say. It's fine. How are you holding up? You add. I've been better. You and Kanika really don't seem to get along. At least everyone's okay, you say. There are a lot of parents who sort of kept tighter reins on their kids. I never got into any trouble like this when I was a teen, and I have Perlena to thank for it. Hated it at the time, but strictness paid off. What was that? Why am I telling you this for? Whoa, are we bonding? Don't really think the parents are to blame. You're right, there's a lot of adults who should have done a better job tonight. You can tell me stuff. I'd like to know more about you say. I'd like to know more about you and about Perlena, for that matter. Maybe later this week. I don't have the energy to get into it right now, but I think I'd like that. I mean, to be fair, like, this... I sort of come down on this statement because, like, yeah, it's kind of things like, I know they're teenagers, but even so, like, the parents sort of have had a good guess what they were up to. And I mean, to be honest, Becca's father seems like a bit of an idiot, telling them they can go in a abandoned coal mine. You're right, there's a lot of adults who should have done a better job tonight, including us. Exactly, people who aren't ready to be parents shouldn't be parents, and clearly there are some parents who aren't ready. Take Oscar. There are tons of people more qualified to be parents who can't even conceive, and here he is having a kid at 19 and clearly letting her do just whatever the hell she wants. It's not fair. It sounded strangely personal. Do you want kids, you say? It seems like it struck a nerve. Lots of people want kids, says Tabitha. You and Kanika really don't seem to get along, you say. She pushes my buttons, mutters your cousin. Is there some kind of history, or... No, now quit talking, I need to focus on the road. Let's go. Didn't you... Why do you treat Stella like that? Didn't the two of you used to be friends? Yeah. It was a different time in my life. I wished she'd get that we're not in high school anymore. I'm a different person than whoever she thinks she knows. Yeah, I'm doing terrible, by the way, in case you wanted to know. Yeah, that's probably not something Jason will say. So let's ride in silence. Your eyes wander back to the tree line as you and Tabitha sink back into the silence. You once again cross the threshold into the estate. The mysterious stench of the decaying mansion greets you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, but at least nobody got hurt. I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same. Thanks for calling me about the kids, by the way. It was unexpected. You could have You could have... No, you should have waited for me. I'm too tired to argue. I'll see you in the morning. Tabitha turns and makes her way upstairs. Turn in. You head up to your room to turn in. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed. Your head empty your thoughts. After your time in the saw mine, you barely even notice the dust. Your phone buzzes on the table. Kanika, you all, these are the things, right? Kanika sends you a picture of a pair of ditchlings by the side of the road. I saw them again too, adds Stella. Another picture this time from them staring from a tree. What the fuck? These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever, says Kanika. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more to them being here than the mine collapse, mutters Stella. No way I'm sleeping tonight, says Kanika. You think about looking out the guest room window, but at this point you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The adrenaline from this evening is finally wearing off, replaced by the creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slip down over your eyes, even as you stare down with dread at the ominous pictures on the phone. If it wasn't for the pit of dread bawling in your stomach, you would almost feel comfortable as you settle into bed, in between your covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. When you close your eyes, you see the shadowy figures that gathered behind Stella in the mines. Your thoughts are drawn to the carvings on the wall and to the other visions it imparted upon you. Yeah, they are miners. These are mining helmets. You can tell by the lamps. Your eyes shot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. Just a cat. It's always just for cat. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease, and you finally slip into deep sleep. Drums continue. Right, so this is the end of episode 2, folks. Episode 3 is slated for somewhere in late 2021 or in early 2022. So that will be when we pick this back up. I really like this game. I suggest you pick it up yourselves. The first episode is free. Links in the description below to where you can acquire the title in question. I've been Cornish-knight, this has been Scarlet Hollow, episode 2, and we shall continue the adventures of Jason in this creepy place next time. I will see you all again soon. Goodbye.